Thank you, Sujan, for the introduction. First of all, because it is in Nepal, so I would like to extend my welcome to you all, to Nepal, to Kathmandu district, and to Tilganga Institute of Ophthalmology. I have met most of you in many different places, but not in Tilganga. Many of you I have met in Tilganga as well, but many of you I haven't met here in Tilganga. Only yesterday we realized that we are so small. We don't have enough of the space to even to have all our friends, even if they wanted. So sorry for that, but Tulsi gave me a big compliment. That is the sign of success. Thank you, Tulsi. Thank you again. Right. Um, yes, we in 2019, beginning of 2019, we decided that we will do the Kathmandu Eye Study. It's going to be a urban study, but because of the COVID, we couldn't do it. We stopped everything. And we started again in 2022 and finished end of 2023-24, beginning of 2024. This is, oops, how do I do it? Yeah, this is the group of people we did the study. So if we go to back in 1980-81, the big survey which was carried out in Nepal, and most of you would know about the study, and almost 1% of the whole population were blind in Nepal. And my predecessors and we are still doing it, and we tried very hard to bring the prevalence of blindness down. And when we had RAB in 2011, our prevalence came down to 0.35%, and we did another RAB in 2019, and it came down to 0.28%. And we achieved quite a lot during these 40 years of time, but we still think that we are plucking the low-hanging fruits, and the difficult work is still ahead. So the objective of the study, actually, I have to tell you that I'm given just 8 minutes. So I have just few slides on the study. After 2-3 weeks, we'll have a big dissemination program on this study. It's a big report. The aim of the general objective of this study is to study the epidemiology of ocular disease among people aged 40 years and older, residing in Kathmandu district for 6 months or more. And the specific objectives were to estimate the prevalence of ocular diseases, to investigate the ocular and socio-demographic determinants of ocular diseases, to find the prevalence of systemic disease among the study population, to estimate the awareness about the common ocular diseases causing blindness, and to study the awareness and willingness towards eye donation. It was a cross-sectional study carried out in Tilganga Institute of Ophthalmology, and study population was 40 years and above, residing in Kathmandu district again for 6 months or more, and the sample size was calculated as 5,400. The two-stage cluster sampling method was used. Training of the people involved in the study were carried out. We had research ophthalmologists who was rotated among the subspecialty for 6 weeks for this study. And at the end of the rotation, we had the inter-observer variation, and which found to be okay. And again, the inclusion criteria was 40 years and above, residing in Kathmandu for 6 months or more. The different kinds of tools were used, the standard pro forma developed from the literature and expert discussions, and the diagnostic tools were slit lamp, visual field, OCT, A-scan. I'm not going to present the results of those diagnostic tests, which will come in the report and the big dissemination. The ethical approval was taken from the IRC of Tilganga and the Nepal Health Research Council of the Government of Nepal. Again, the response rate was 93.5%, 65%. And here, I have to tell you, when we looked at the data, the male participation was about 37% and 63% were female, and we was going, maybe we did something wrong. But when we did the rare study just recently, the similar kind of population composition we found, and then we went back to two of the clusters which we selected before for the study, and the same results were found. So we validated that this is the correct thing, and we asked them why it happened like that. And most of the men are out of the country or out of the house for work, and also most of the population we studied were females. About 50 to 90% of 33% of that population was between age group of 50 and 59. The 72% of the almost 73% of the population, that study population were literates. They were mostly from the indigenous population, and almost 84% were Hindus by religion. So when we asked the question whether they have any of the systemic illnesses, and 61% said yes. And in that 61%, 60% of the population had hypertension. They were on medication, and 33% were diabetics. And we thought that, okay, this again adds up to our work, because this is directly related to the eye health. And we thought, and especially I thought that we are small, but we are not. 43% of us are overweight, and almost 24% are obese even. And the false sense of security I had was, oh, okay, we are obese class 1, not 2 or 3, but that maybe I shouldn't take that as a so, and on top of the diabetic and hypertension so much, almost 19% of the participants were smokers. Sorry. And almost 36% of the people had consumed alcohol in a daily basis, looks like. So all these put together, we do have lots of work to do. And now I come to just some slides on the vision. 0.5% of those people from 40 years and above were blind. And this is less than the national average. What I think that maybe it is in the Kathmandu district, and most of the eye health facilities are available here, and so accessibility is more here in Kathmandu. Maybe because of that, the prevalence of blindness in Kathmandu is less, and in visual impairment, it is about 9.1% of the people had a visual impaired. So if we go to the causes of blindness, uncorrected refractive error comes at the top, but and cataract and its complications after cataract surgery is equal to uncorrected refractive error, and the retina, and in causes of blindness and in causes of visual impairment. These are the three strikingly up: uncorrected refractive error, cataract, and retinal problems. So this is the prevalence of the different kinds of diseases. We have a whole lot of big list of those diseases, which I was not been able to bring here. But again, refractive error and cataract stands out as anywhere in the most of the countries in the world. We gave some questionnaire to the subjects, and not most of them, but from 47 to 59% of the patients had knowledge on cataract, glaucoma, and diabetic retinopathy, and they also knew about the risk of blindness because of those diseases, and because we have the eye bank in the premises, and we think that that's one of our main selling point to the government as well. So 56% of the respondents were aware of the eye donation, and most of them got the information from media sources, so we know exactly how to go about spreading the. Yeah, I'm done. So in conclusion, 95.4% of the participants were diagnosed with ocular condition affecting both eyes, including presbyopia. The prevalence was again found to be 0.5%. Hypertension, diabetes, and hyperlipidemia were the most common condition among those participants. We are overweight, and cataract, uncorrected refractory error, and retinal diseases were the principal causes of blindness and visual impairment. Despite the high rates of eye diseases, the study identified a lack of sufficient awareness among the participants about the knowledge regarding the ocular conditions. And although awareness on eye donation was pretty okay, but the willingness to donate remained relatively low. Thank you so much. Am I in time? so thank you. Yeah.
What was something you learned in the process of doing this project?
Yeah, it was not very easy bringing all the subjects to Tilganga and get all those things done. But we thought that doing big researches in this among the busy eye clinics is not possible. We have to have a separate group of people doing it. Then only we will have a relevant or usable data we can get from the studies. Thank you so much.